Hi guys, so you're getting a double episode. This is gonna be a YouTube exclusive, so if you are not subscribed, subscribe and you'll get these. This is separate from my podcast, which I uploaded yesterday at the last second, but I uploaded it anyway, regardless. My hair, I've said this before, when I get close to needing a trim, I try to do like something with it. Try to go for like Birdie Calvert from Hope Floats, and it just, I don't know, does it work? I don't know. So, whatever. It is what it is. But today I wanted to do this because I wanted to come on and talk about makeup while I do my makeup. So far I found some really nice products and it's really cool, but I wanted to talk about like the issues that we face shopping for beauty products. In particularly one specific issue that I constantly have. I'm still using the Juvia's Place foundation stick. I like it a lot. Definitely not full coverage, but I don't want full coverage. I just want a little bit of something to even out tone and kind of just mix together with my skin. So it doesn't have to be anything like, it doesn't have to be, like my skin vanishes. Like, I don't need that. I used to. I used to be like, oh no, if my skin doesn't completely vanish, it's not enough. I have this like weird vein on my temple and I try to cover it, but I don't think it ever really covers. So that's about the amount of coverage. I know I shared this in the other video that I did testing it out, but I don't dislike it. Anyway, to kind of get into the concept and the context of this video, I have to take you back a little bit. So, months ago, I had needed to go and get more mascara, and I normally would get, and I know I talked about this in I believe it was in one of my podcasts while I was getting ready, but I didn't really like elaborate on it. And today I want to. So I normally get the Simply Ageless mascara. Only that line, I think it's disappearing because you can't really find the products anymore. And like, it kind of annoyed me, and I ended up buying a new mascara that I liked, but it kind of wasn't the best. And then I got a sample of this other mascara that my mom actually tried it, and she was like, try this one. And I actually really, really like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a really nice mascara. My thing is, like, I get so upset when, like, I find a product that I really like, right? And I'm like, I could use this forever, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you can't find it anymore. And you go, oh, where's the product? Oh, well, they discontinued it. Why are we discontinuing products that, like, everybody loves. I don't understand. I don't understand what we're doing. Like, it makes zero sense. I don't understand how you can like get rid of a product when you see people buying it. Like, I don't. And it started me thinking about this whole thing where, you have TikTok, Instagram, you got these influencers. Don't even get me started on influencer products. I will not. I will not. Um, I'm sorry. I'm just not. So, but my point, okay? You have products coming and going. Like, it's freaking the land of Oz. Like, why, why are we, why are we taking things away so fast? Like, you barely get time to try a product and decide if you like it. And then it's like, oh, well, if you liked it, too bad. It's gone. And like, it never comes back. And you have whole lines of product that I'm not talking like eyeshadow palettes. I'm not talking like lipstick shades for seasons. I'm not even talking like brand collaborations. Okay, I'll even give you brand collaborations that sometimes go away. You have like Christmas time and you have a certain Christmas theme that, is for the year, like the year everybody did the Grinch. And there was the year everybody did Peanuts. And there's the year last year, everybody did, we did the Frosty the Snowman, myself included. I did buy it, yes, and I still have it. But, like, we're talking like everyday products that would be perfectly fine to just keep on your shelf and use forever, practical products, you know, like this foundation stick. I guarantee you, when I go back to get it, I'm not gonna be able to find it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Why? Because for some reason they'll be like, oh, we stopped making it. Nobody bought it. I bought it. I bought it, and probably a couple other people bought it. But because we have to keep up with everything that is changing so fast, we have to just change, and we just have to get new things, and we have to, and it's like, but I don't want something new if it works. I guess it's like a plea to beauty brands, beauty creators. Like, can we get long lasting products? Like, can we get, because for me, like, I'm a very niche kind of person. Like, I have a specific thing that I'm looking for. And if I don't like need to search very much, I'm so happy. I love a good standby, a good old faithful. I love it. But it's so hard to find in the beauty industry. It's so hard to like figure out what brands you can actually rely on to continue to make the products that you love. And for me, it's really frustrating because you also have certain needs. Like, I only need certain products. I don't really care if you put out a new eyeshadow palette if I can't find the foundation that I need. I don't really care that, you're doing a Twilight theme throughout your makeup if, like, I mean, I'm not going to buy it anyway because I don't like Twilight, but you get the point. Like, a branding is not as important to me as being able to find a product that works well, that stays working well, and that I can literally use forever. Like, I will find a product and I will be like, I will use this until I no longer care about makeup anymore, which that's like the rest of my life, right? For most of us. But good luck finding it because you're probably not. You're probably not going to be able to find it after you've used it once and been like, I love it. And with that being said, that brings me to insta-culture. And in general, this is an issue, but in the beauty industry, in the beauty industry and the beauty realm of, your TikTok, Instagram, what have you, it's like, oh, this is great. Now what else? Oh, this is awesome. Now what else? And I just think that we have totally lost the point of beauty. Like for me, okay, let's go back and talk about like, we had a time when and it's still kind of there. I've seen a couple videos um where we were going back and we were looking at beauty videos from like the 1940s, the 1950s, even the 1960s. And they were like, less is more, it's subtle, it's beautiful, enhancing like the natural like contours and the natural colors and you know just enhancing what you have. And we went back to it. We said, "Oh, let's stay there." Well, we can't stay there if there's not tried and true products that we can rely on. These beauty brands are giving us abandonment issues. Like, I don't, as somebody who likes to recommend products now, like, nowadays, I don't even know if I can recommend a product because, like, what if it doesn't exist anymore? Like, I've recommended so many products and then it's like, oh, well, they're gone now, so psych, and it's like, what do we do with that? I just think that, we kind of created that, because we get so caught up in what's new and what's going on. And, I myself like to see when new products come out. I like to see, especially when it comes to beauty, fashion, um, things like that. I do like to see what do we have for the new season? What do we have for, you know, the advancement of beauty and, you know, things that we have come a long way in. And okay, all right, I I will give you that. But what about, as I said, what about tried and true products that we can rely on? I see so many things that I want to try, and then I'm like, it's gonna be gone in 2 months. And there are some places that are worse about it. I feel like CoverGirl, Maybelline, Revlon, they kind of have some tried and trues. And that's why I think, a lot of us, we've been going back to that. Back in the day when I was in my teens, CoverGirl and Maybelline and Revlon, like, those were products that, like, my mom used. So, like, that was the stuff that I learned how to do makeup with. So, going back to it, it felt like, oh yeah, I can totally go back to this. But it's like, for those of us then that want to find something more natural, it's hard to find. We can't find it. And I know most people will then, come at you and be like, oh, well, makeup isn't natural. Yes, I understand this. And that's why I'm not, that's why I don't wear a lot of it. That's why, for me, it's a rarity anymore that I do put any makeup on. Just because it's not the best for me. And today I'm just doing a regular makeup look just because my hair is just as is and it's just not, But I mean, I can't tell you the amount of products that I've tried and I'm like, I love it, and then I go back and I can't find it. And even with having said that, CoverGirl, Maybelline, Revlon, they have their tried and trues, but the ones that actually end up being really nice are not the ones that they keep. And then you have big, the big companies. You have like Revolution, ColourPop, Pure, even like and I'm not talking about like the fancy pants celebrity brands like Florence and Rare Beauty and all that. Those are just fads that come and go. That doesn't count. I would never trust those brands to give me anything but fad makeup. And when I say fad makeup, I mean like they're going to put out what is the current trend and it's going to change every 5 seconds. So that's like the epitome of what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about these brands that have followings, that have repeat customers, but like they don't look at like, oh, we want to keep stuff long enough for people to decide. And again, I think that goes back to that insta-culture of like, we always want something new, something more, something better, something. And it's like, maybe I'm just too set in my ways in my 30s, but I don't want to do that anymore. I want something that I can use, that I can just throw on in 5 minutes, that can last me all day, that I don't have to feel like I'm rushed if I run out of time, if I'm busy and I don't get time to do everything. I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel like I can put on these 5 products or 6 products or whatever. I can do this amount of time to get ready, and I can be ready and be there all day. Wherever I'm going, whatever I'm doing, I can feel comfortable. And, I mean, no makeup is comfortable, let's be honest. I don't, I did. It's stuff that you're smearing onto your face and your eyes, and you're not normally doing that. And of course, it's like nail polish. The second you put anything on, the area is going to itch. The second I put nail polish on, well, I use nail wraps, but the second I put these on, I got an itch somewhere and I gotta wait for my nails to dry. I gotta wait for my clear coat to dry. And, the second I put on my eyeliner, my eyes are gonna be like, and why? But, I want things that I can throw on that are gonna last me and that I'm gonna be able to keep going back to. So it's kind of a rant, I know, but, having said that, this is the sample tube. This is the regular tube. I unfortunately got the waterproof and I didn't want to, but but this is probably the last little application that I'll have of this, but this is the Maybelline Firework Lash Sensational Mascara. I really, really like this. This is a great formula. Again, I would love to do something a little more natural, but it doesn't really seem like you can find it. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is then at that point. Like I said, I just don't wear a lot of makeup. But the thing is like bendy and like the bristles are rubber, which right around the time I was about to graduate high school, they came out with that with this one, and I actually didn't love it because it was so big. Like the wand was so big. The actual barrel, the like bristle part of the wand was so big. But if you know me, and a lot of people didn't know me back then that know me now, but back in high school, I was obsessed with mascara. Like, I would literally have the worst tantrum if I forgot to put on my mascara. I would pout all day. I would be like, I forgot my mascara. I forgot my mascara. I don't look good. And I would try all the new ones. Every time something new came out, I would try it and I would be like, gotta try it, gotta try it. And so I've tried a lot of mascaras. I think it's one of my favorite parts of getting ready because it really does, even if you don't have a lot, to put on a little bit really does transform the look. Even if you, like I said, even if you don't have a lot, put a little on and it enhances what you did. It just really brings it out. And so having said that, I've tried a lot of mascaras, and so back then that was one that I tried, and I didn't like how big it was, but I like this because it's a regular sized wand or barrel, however you say it. And I did like the rubber bristles. I think the rubber bristles separate the lashes really well. And I think that the formula on top of that is very creamy. And so hopefully using a whole tube now, I will like it as much as I like this sample that I've used a few times now. I was using, like I said, the CoverGirl Simply Ageless. It had like a curved brush. And it was really nice. I really did like it, and it lasted well in the tube. But then, like I said, I had to find a new one, and I tried, I don't remember if it was Maybelline or L'Oreal. It was something like that. Professional was the line, and I didn't dislike it. It was just a small tube, and like I said, I don't really wear that much, so if this doesn't seem to work, I'll just go back to that because it's such a small tube, and I just think that sometimes, especially when you don't wear that much, it does tend to go bad on you. So if this seems like it doesn't last and stay nice in the tube, then I'll just go back to the other one that's a smaller tube and just like not worry about it. But here's hoping that this works. Hoping that this whole tube will be nice and that I didn't do myself a disservice by accidentally getting the waterproof one. I know a lot of people like waterproof. I don't. I don't use any like micellar water or anything like that. I just use my goat's milk soap. The one that I use is with almond oil in it. And I use the beauty like rag, like the makeup rag, with warm water. That's really all I use. So hopefully that won't give me any trouble, but I don't know. I'm not really gonna do anything with my lips. I'm gonna add some of my goat milk stuff, unscented lotion stick. This stuff is amazing for the face, and you can also use it like a lip balm because it's totally pure. It's not gonna hurt, and I can finish my coffee, and it'll have soaked in. It soaks in quickly. It's not greasy, and this is it. This is it. Like I said, hopefully the whole tube, the whole actual tube is as nice as the sample. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I will keep you guys updated. I'm sure I'll be back for some type of a makeup look. Maybe let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to see me do this? What I do now, like, would you like to see what I do for a glam look? Because I have done a little bit more of a glam look. Let me know and then I will do it. But you have to comment below. I'm not doing it until you comment below. That's how I will know if I'm supposed to do it. Comment. Okay, guys? Thank you guys for listening. And let me know if there are any brands or types of things that you have been using that have gone away. Have you noticed this too? And let's see if we can get them to listen to us, right? Until next time, bye.